Well, I think the main thing to do with choosing a harvest contractor, you need to have someone that's reasonably reliable, that's going to turn up, has good equipment. So, basically up-to-date equipment. It doesn't need to be the most modern picker known to man, but it needs to be equipment that's well maintained. All the spindles need to be alive, all the spindles need to be sharp, and basically clean, not carrying any residues from the previous farm to your particular property. Well, look, I think it's good to start talking with someone that's going to be potentially picking your crop probably before you plant it. So they've got a bit of an idea on planning, whether they can say, yes, I can do it, or no, I can't. And it gives you an opportunity to keep looking, particularly in years such as this, where we have very large areas of cotton planted. There are a finite number of pickers around and contractors. So look, you really need to be talking to them early and often. So you continue to speak to your contractor right up through the season, and particularly as you get to first defoliation, they'll need to time their arrival with when your crop's ready. So that's where it's particularly important to maybe contact them on a regular basis. Ring them up when you put your first defoliant on, ring them up when you put your second defoliant on, speak to your agronomist and get a bit of an idea on when the crop is likely to be ready for harvest, and then ring the contractor up and let them know that as well. When the top bolls are open here and there's not very many green bolls left, the crop is ready. In more water-stressed dryland crops, you may find a situation where you can have bolls that look like they are going to be harvestable, they're green, but in fact there hasn't been enough moisture to finish those bolls. There's no point waiting for those because they're not going to make it. The other thing to consider is weather. So at the moment, great day, we know that's not going to last forever. So there are times when, even when the crop is perhaps not quite ready, we would take that off because the losses in terms of yield, but probably more so in terms of fibre quality, could be such after 4 or 5 days of rain that you'd be better off taking the crop early rather than later. In the case of dryland cotton, if it's being picked by a contractor, I guess your main preparation are to identify where the modules should go. So you need to talk with the contractor. You might need to form some roads up a little bit, or some areas where you can put the modules on, and they need to be not high, but enough so any localised rain will tend to run off and away from the module and doesn't cause any problems. And you don't want to build them obviously in defined low spots where if you did get rain, the module's sitting in 6 inches of water. If you've gone to too much trouble to grow the crop, don't lose X amount of it by having it sit in water. So the main preparation to identify where the modules are going to be stacked, and maybe do a bit of grading work or drag bucketing work to prepare the site. No weeds, just straight soil, so it's easy to clean up around the modules and so forth. That'd be the main issues. I think I can't stress enough it's important that you work out where the modules are going to go before you actually start picking the crop.